I want to talk about some recent ads from her campaign. She put one out that essentially said, you don't need to tell anyone who you're voting for. You don't need to tell your husband. You don't need to tell your friends. It is your choice when you get to the ballot box. The people that she's talking to this seems to be a message for Republicans. Based on the numbers, does it seem like that's moving the needle at all?
No, I don't think so. I mean, each of the parties have roughly the same percentage of defectors, and it doesn't make a big difference. We're seeing 92% of Republicans voting for Trump and about 7% choosing Harris. And then when you flip it, about 92% of Democrats, slightly less actually, choosing Harris, and about 6.5% going to Trump. So this won't make a big difference. What will make a big difference is the undecided voters that are still sitting on the fence. And depending on which permutation of the horse race you look at, that number is between 6 and 8% still, and a little bit lower amongst likely voters because they have made up their mind, about 3% for likely voters. But these are, the voters that you want to focus on heading into the election. You want to focus on that 8% that are registered to vote but say that they're not planning to vote. And then you want to focus on the voters that still say that they are weighing their choices. And amongst registered voters, that number is about 15%. Amongst likely voters, that number is about 9%. And so there's, again, many different paths to victory for both of the campaigns still, whether you focus on turnout, whether you focus on undecided voters, whether you focus on low propensity voters or the couch potato voters, those who are registered but are not inclined to go out and vote, and or whether you are focused on the undecided voters. So the pool of voters that exists within each of these four categories is more than enough to make up the difference for either Harris or Trump and pull them across the finish line.